And this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Edelman's Patriots going up against Robinson's Jaguars. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guy and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here we get a look at Tom Brady and the New England Pats on offense. And Tom Brady, he continued his mastery over Buffalo in Week 8, tying an NFL record by beating them for the 26th time in his career.
In their 29th meeting. I mean, he's 26-3 against one team. I know it's not all him, but the major part of it is Tom Brady. He is something else.
Yeah, that's a division rival. 315 yards, 4 touchdowns thrown for Brady in the game. Brady now on first down. Complete to Washington. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys will work their weight in gold.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it gives the Pats a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off.
LeGarrette Blount. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 44 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. On for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. They'll get 16 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just you. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. From the gun on third down, Bortles fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Blunt got in the end zone for the 9th time this year in Week 8. In fact, those 9 rushing touchdowns, Charles, that leads the league.
And he leads the league in attempts as well. And he's on pace for a 1,200-yard season. And he's had a 1,000-yard season once before when he's with Tampa Bay. And look at what he does to help out Tom Brady in the passing game. You have to respect Blunt. That allows Brady to throw the ball almost at will.
Again, here's Blunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Let's discuss this offense now, and Julian Edelman, very good player.
Has really developed into a terrific slot receiver, and a lot of times he would be the primary receiver. Still mad coming out of college that he's now the quarterback in the NFL. He takes it out on the opposing defenses.
3 yards left to grab here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So they'll get themselves a little extra time here to think about what to do on 4th down as we're through with 1. 7-0 is our score. More from Jacksonville after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jacksonville set to take over on offense, and going back to that Thursday night game in Week 8, they were outgained 345-60 in the first half against Tennessee and trailed 27-0. What is it going to take for them to get into the flow offensively?
I think a big part will be how they script the game to begin. They need fast starts. They might have to script more to attack than probe. I mean, I saw New Orleans this past week. They've now scored 4 touchdowns on opening drives in their last 5 games. That's what Jacksonville needs to emulate.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Back onto the field comes a New England offense. And earlier in the broadcast, we were talking about Tom Brady and his mastery over Buffalo. 26-3 against them with his win in Week 8. And New England 3 games up already in their division.
Not unusual for them at all. When you start a season, you think New England in the AFC East and who might be a second team that could challenge for a wild card. But Tom Brady and what he does against Buffalo kind of reminds me of when I played golf against you in the local muni. That is your track. You own that one, and that's how he does it against Buffalo.
The local muni, you mean municipal course?
That would be correct.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action. Now it's Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete. If he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like the guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
He's got time in the pocket, trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, 47 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. So the Patriots coming out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan. And Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a sidebar, it's Salute to Service Month, of course, Veterans Day this month, and we always want to give our tip of the cap to the men and women who protect this country.
All around the world, men and women on service bases that are United States installations all over. And a special tip of the cap to our friends in Germany, who we know love to play Madden and follow this game.
Gronkowski, slot left. Brady will try again on second down. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Well, we have a pause here. It's hard to believe, but already halfway through the NFL season.
How about what New England's done already? At 7-1, and remember, they had to get Tom Brady back. They barely missed a beat. They are setting the pace, and people think right now they may be the best team in the league. Dallas, did you expect them to only have one loss at this stage of the season? What they're doing in the NFC East, that's pretty remarkable, especially with a rookie quarterback. And then you have to take a good look at Atlanta, leading the pace in the NFC South. And finally, Oakland, 6-2 right now. Teams you worry about a little bit, Carolina and Arizona. We thought they'd be a little bit better right now.
On 1st down, Brady. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man left side is Gronkowski. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. For Gronk in Week 8, it was ho-hum, Charles. 109 yards and a touchdown catch of 53 yards, which broke Stanley Morgan's team record. He now has 69 touchdown grabs in his career.
Stanley Morgan, the former University of Tennessee star, that's a big record that Gronk just broke. But when I watch Gronk play, I can't help but smile. He plays with such a joy, such an evident joy of what he's doing, and he does it at a really, really high level.
That's why he's the Madden cover guy. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what
something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Throwing is Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Backing up. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. And that run, that was what we call a first level run.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike, gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Would it be safe?
To live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell me.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at... back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have the football and will... Offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Freeney able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Martin, the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. A road win in the National...